Did he welcome home?
Not much of a welcome, is it?
No, but a strange game. I thought you did okay in the beginning. You copped 2 quick goals. Down to 10 men, you got one back, but then you never seemed to get back into the game. What actually happened?
No, we started off, like you said, maybe first 10 minutes, and then we were very uncompetitive. We gave away 2 goals, absolutely. Zane's giveaway, and then second goal from a throw-in. And then they got a fair bit of momentum, and there was one team who wanted to win. That was them, and we didn't want to win. And we didn't want to compete. And sometimes when things aren't going your way, you got to roll up your sleeves and you got to compete. And we didn't compete. We were fortunate to put ourselves back just before half-time with Takeshi's goal. They were playing with 10 men, and we played into their hands, really, in that second half. The message wasn't to put crosses in, and we did, and that was falling straight into their hands. It was more about getting balls wide and penetrating in half spaces, wingers taking defenders on one, and that creativity part for us in that front third was very poor. And the way we defended, to concede 2 goals against 10 men is embarrassing. That's not what we're about. Our standards were very poor tonight. Our behaviours were very poor. So let's hope this is now a moment and draw a line in the sand. And the only positive for us right now is that we've got to lick our wounds, and we've got a game on Tuesday.
How do you fix it? You say that you weren't competitive, and maybe the attitude.
First of all, you got to be competitive. Every game of football, you have to compete, and that is absolutely one of our strengths. And tonight, we just weren't there. We have to give credit to Adelaide. There was a team that want to try to play through lines. They do that very well. But if we're not aggressive, if our positioning is not in the right places, then they're going to get through you, and they did, and we understand that. We're not going to stop every build-up from the opposition, But if we get beaten in the first line, and then what's happening with our layers in the second and third line, that was non-existent tonight.
But obviously the send-off around the 30-minute mark or just after, a lot of time still left in the game, you scored straight away. Is there a bit of a fallacy that playing against 10 men, you've got an advantage? I mean, we saw that's a good example tonight, really.
Well, I haven't seen that for a little while, to be honest, but yeah, probably is a fallacy. You got to make more of that situation. Of course, they're going to defend a little bit deep. They made a change with Medania on the right-hand side, where we thought he's, on the break, probably going to get us, and he almost did get us. But the way we defended, especially that 4th goal, it's just embarrassing. It's just not to the level that is required. And I said, it's happened. We need to regroup, and we need to get ourselves ready for a very tough opponent on Tuesday night.
Speaking of Tuesday night, obviously kind of a byproduct of having success in recent years is obviously having to then play in Asia. How do you prevent a result like this in the league going on and affecting your campaign there?
Well, I think there's enough characters and personalities in the change room to make sure that it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen again. Who knows? But everyone, as I said, I don't care sometimes if the performance is not to the level that we require, but competing at a level that is acceptable, that always has to be there, and that's part of our makeup. That's what we've done over the last 18, 24 months, and that just was non-existent tonight.
You mentioned just earlier as well about kind of the breakdowns defensively in that second and third level. How much do you pin of that onto it being a systemic problem versus just mistakes from individual players?
It hasn't happened for a long time. That's been our strength for a very long time. And if we look back round 3 or round 4 last year against Victory, first half hour we were 3-0 down, and we lost the game 3-1. But that was sort of a defining moment for us last year. And now I think we're in a bit of a similar situation. I think we've been very comfortable. We've had a good start to the season. We've had a reasonable campaign. But the game has a way to slap you in the face, and slap you in the face very quickly. That's how it is. Full credit, as I said, Adelaide deserve it. We deserve what we got. Adelaide deserved exactly what they got. So they're ready for a good season, and we need to get ourselves ready for Tuesday, and then another difficult trip away on the weekend.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be the one to ask as well. Thoughts on the red card decision? Obviously, the Adelaide crowd made their thoughts very well known.
To be honest, I don't think it was, but I don't know. Referee had a good look at it, had a long time to have a look at it, but I just thought it was both guys going in for challenges, and I don't know, one fell on the ground, the other one, I don't know, there was some follow through with the legs, but I don't know, it didn't look like a red card to me.
You referenced video the game against Victory, similar stage of last season. Is this going to occupy the same kind of position for you with your playing group? We've heard how fed up you are. What have the players been saying in the dressing room, and will they use
I can't repeat what they said.
It's a family show, come on.
Yeah. It's past midnight. Look, they're obviously not in a good space right now, and that's quite normal after a game like that. But as I said, we got to pick ourselves up very, very quickly, and Tuesday's just around the corner. We're going to fly back tomorrow morning, recover, have -1 before Johor, and get ready. They're a very, very good team, and we need to back up. We've backed up to this point, and we have to do it again. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends which way you want to look at it. If you win the championship like we did last year, then you have to be prepared for what's going to come up, and we know that. And we know that's a lot of travel, very difficult games in the Champions League Elite, and backing up in the local competition. But tonight, absolutely zero excuses. We had the international break. They had the international break as well, and they deserve to win. Okay, thanks guys.